Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Warthunder, Episode 2. Today we're going in the new Firefly. Sherman, you're driving a Sherman. No, I'm not driving a Sherman. Sherman, you're still driving a Sherman. It's the Sherman Firefly. It's half-breed, okay? It's the Firefly. Thing is, though, the difference between the Firefly and the normal Sherman is, well, first of all, it has a British gun. And also doesn't turn very well. But anyway, this is just going to be this is a post commentary, but I just kind of wanted to show off this tank. It's easily became one of my favorite tanks in my garage, also my highest tiered tank as well. But it has a few issues. Of course, you know, it has the issue of it being a Sherman, also known to be like the least favorite tank on everybody's list here in War Thunder for some stupid reason. But it has the issue of battle rating. Now, it's a 5.0 battle rating, which is understandable for a tier 3, because if you look at it in, like, let's say the Germans, they vary from anywhere from like 4.3 to 6 or 6.7 for rank 3 tanks. And well, that gets kind of ridiculous, because in this case all you seem to face is Tigers, IS-2s, KV-2s, you know, etc. You know, that sort of stuff. And it gets kind of tiring over a while. But anyway, this tank is incredibly accurate, incredibly stable, very, very fun to play as. Don't doubt it just because it's an M4 Sherman. Now, the thing is, though, this is the premium one, which it's the only one in the game. Since there's only 4 tanks, and that would be it's like a Crusader Mark III, the Wolverine, with the same gun as the Firefly, and then you got the Firefly Warsaw, or known as the Scorpion, and you got the A43 Churchill Black Prince. Now, I know the whole joke between Black Prince. People are getting all up in arms because it's called the Black Prince. You know, put racism aside. This is history, dumbasses. Anyway, that aside. Now, the Firefly is sort of a history lesson on these. The Firefly was a modification of the M4 A5, A4 A3 E5 Sherman, I think. And what it was Britain took the M4 Sherman because it was quite a reliable body, easy to mass produce. And they strapped their absolutely glorious, magnificent, nerdgasmic QF 17-pounder cannon, or 76.2 millimeters if you want to get specific about it, and added to the M4 Sherman. Now, the Sherman Fireflies were not in mass production for a couple of reasons. Mainly because the United States Department of Defense or something like that, I can't quite remember which one, canceled the project, but it was because we Americans, being as stubborn as we are, couldn't see a good piece of equipment when it was slapped right in our face, and we didn't like the fact that it was a British gun on an American item. So we canceled the project. But what few, couple hundred Fireflies were made, actually I think there's like 1,000 or so, were mainly bought up by Poland, and that's why I'm surprised to see this model. This is the 2nd Division 4th Battalion Warsaw tank, and so this is the Polish armored. And so I was really, really surprised to see that, getting a devastating hit on a Panzer IV. And this tank is beautiful. I love the model. It functions beautifully. The gun is gorgeous. The way this tank just performs is fantastic. But anyway, the Poland, they bought a lot of Fireflies mainly because they didn't have anything. Back when Poland was being invaded back in World War II, by the Nazis, they were charging at Panzer IVs and, you know, armored columns with horses and spears. Because Poland wasn't a warring nation, they didn't worry about their army or anything. Now, that's understandable. You're not a warring nation. You're a peace-loving nation. You know, you want it. You know, just don't even really care about that. But when it happened, you know, they had a charge as a defense to go against German tanks with horses. Now, after that, and after Poland got slaughtered, and I hate to say that about them, but they absolutely did get slaughtered. And so what they did is the few freedom fighter Polish, bought these Fireflies that were supposedly inadequate. Because we Americans didn't like the fact there's a British gun on an American hull, so they bought these tanks and they fought to the death with them. They used them to their maximum capacity. They were ruthless. Same thing goes with like the Battle of Britain as well, with the Spitfire pilots. You know, Poland was in that battle as well, alongside with United Kingdom and Spitfires. Now, granted, the English didn't really like having the Polish alongside with them, but even then, you've got to give Poland respect for their absolute love for their land, to die, valiantly, to fight to your last breath, to protect your land. You've got to respect that. Now, unfortunately, my gun did. I just bananaed my gun because it got shot. But it's just kind of a short little history of Poland and their absolute unbreakable honor and love for their land. And this tank was one of their main frontline battle tanks. It's what they had, and it's all they had, and they used it, and they loved it. Unfortunately, not many were produced, which is really, really a shame. Now, onto the tank itself. This tank is extremely accurate. You are a sniper. However, you don't have the armor, as you are just a normal M4 Sherman, pretty much. So, if you can, try to snipe like I'm doing currently. This gun is incredibly accurate, extremely long range. I've hit targets that were, I want to say, like 1.6 kilometers away and killed them. And I've fallen in love with this tank. It is absolutely my favorite tank in my garage, over the Panzer IVs, over the Panthers, and this tank is just, I love it. And so there's been sort of a short little history lesson on this tank, and I really can't say all too much about it. I've played about, I want to say, 30 matches with it. Yes, I've no-lifed it, but I just love it. I will use this thing whenever I can and get prepared to see more of this tank in the future, because you'll be seeing me play as this a lot. And hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next episode. And look at that hardy stat screen. Booyah. See ya.